It's a big hello and welcome back to episode 3 of Red and Black Radio. We're of course down here on the hill at North Sydney Oval. I'm joined by Zach Beer once again, and mate, it's a terrific venue. And how excited are you to be back?
Pumped, mate. Pumped. Good conditions. I think we're going to be mirroring these sort of conditions on Saturday. I think it's about 20, 21 degrees, sunny, slight breeze. Can't wait, mate.
And we haven't been here in 630 days, if you can believe. And they've done a bit of work. We've got this new Butte scoreboard behind us, so it's exciting. We've got a freshly mown hill, and we're ready to go here at North Sydney Oval for a big round 3 against Gordon. Mate.
Very good. Yeah, very good. Look, it's been a good start to the year so far. Obviously a lot of hype around the local derby, but for us, it is really just another game we've got to prep for.
Take a quick look back at last week, and they weren't like this. We got a wet one in Newcastle. How was that to overcome in April?
Yeah, I think I was hoping that second trial that we had penciled in against Eastwood would be those sort of conditions. Ironically, it was too much rain. We said as a group in the pre-season that we wanted to evolve how we play and bring the good things from last season in and really add some layers to our attack and be able to play that sort of wet weather footy. I mean, a pass further than 2 or 3 metres was difficult to throw or to take in those conditions. So it was good. I mean, for us to grind out a win in those conditions, bloody monster side, and I think as the year goes on, I think they're definitely going to shock a few teams. Scotty Coleman's doing a good job with them up there. So was happy to take the 4 points and get back on the freeway and biggest 2 road trips in the Shute Shield done for the year and focusing on the home game this week.
They were an enormous side. They were enormous in second grade and they were even bigger in first grade. You didn't know what you were walking into. It was fine conditions when we left Sydney. How did that change the psyche of you and the team when you get there, it's raining and they run out and they're that big and you can't play how you probably planned?
Yeah, it comes back to your prep, right? And it's not just the prep of the week, it's what you're doing, December, January, February, March, leading into that, so that the guys are really clear on if things do change, late in the piece and halfway through a game, that we've got a plan B and plan C. So it was good to be able to roll out a bit of variation in terms of how we play, and then also at the same time, the boys get some confidence away from that. I thought we played smart, we played the conditions well. Someone said it likened to conditions at the preliminary final at Eastwood last year, and it was, but yeah, that game's done now. It's in the bank and on to this week.
Yeah, it certainly did liken to those conditions that came before kickoff, and it didn't lighten up. We turn our attention to our first home game of the season against Gordon. 2 pretty convincing wins in their opening round. What do we make of the Highlanders coming to North Sydney Oval this weekend?
Yeah, look, they're the premiers. They're the competition favourites and the premiers for a reason. They're a sharp outfit. They're well coached. Yes, they've lost some players, but they've recruited pretty heavily as well. So I think all the boys that they've lost, they've almost backfilled nearly every one of those roles. So they're about square to where they were in terms of personnel. And they've been class in the first 2 games, mate. They've been really, really polished. So we've got a tough test this week. Yeah, certainly.
And a couple of changes in the forward pack?
Yeah. Jack Wetton comes on and makes his starting debut for the side, and also Brody Lieber, who came off the bench, played a half last week, and did really well, brought a lot of impact off the bench, so he'll be starting in the number 8 spot.
And obviously the Baxter Mortlock Trophy, we've got it right here. We reclaimed the trophy last year. We're looking to hold on to it. How does that change the psyche when you're playing for a cup and you're playing for a bit of silverware?
Yeah, look, it's obviously important, but it doesn't change anything for us. I mean, we've got to prepare well as a group. We focus on the process. This is the outcome. If we worry too much about the outcome, then you take your eye off the process and things go pear-shaped. So for us, we're prepping as another game. We had a really good preview on Monday night, looked at a number of the pictures of Gordon, and had a good couple of sessions this week, and can't wait. The bit of silverware is obviously special and important in terms of the history of the club and the rivalry, but for us that's a cherry on top for doing our jobs right.
It's a big day not only for first grade but the club. It starts early at 9 o'clock with third Colts up at number 2. But there's a big milestone, 11:30 in fourth grade. Can you talk us through that one?
Yeah, Oscar Doherty and Tommy Evans with their 100th caps, and I think it's quite unique what we do as a club. I mean, a cap really is only counted when you start a game in a grade. So, if you play fourth grade and you're on the bench in third grade, you don't get 2 caps. It's just the 1. So, I mean, to notch up 100, a century, 2 guys who are great shoremen, really popular members of the group and tough buggers. There's a lot of support, and I'll tell you what, the tunnel to lead them out is mustering up already. There's a lot of guys who are coming out of the woodworks there to clap those guys on, and rightly so. So it'll be special up at Bon Andrews at 11:30 on Saturday. Yeah,
it's a big day, and obviously we want everyone here at North Sydney Oval, but we want you there earlier at number 2 and to cheer on all the lower grade sides, which we haven't been here for quite some time. Zach, it's a special day for our wider club, our Club 100, our legends. How important is it to have those guys part of the club and sort of going through the history, and some of the players that sort of come through and either gone on to higher honours or played a lot of games with the club?
Yeah, it's so important, as a club, and I mean, inside the tent a little bit. Like our theme and everything we do is North. Everything that we do in terms of our language and things like that, our standards are all based around our club at being Northern Suburbs and the history and some of the great shoremen who've played for this great club. To have them, in the dressing sheds or clapping us on or here on the hill, just really speaks to that connection that's so important to us. I know they'll have a belly full of beers come 6 p.m. or whenever the game's due to finish. So hopefully we can make them proud and give them something to cheer about. But yeah, it's tremendously important to us.
It is a slightly later kick-off with a 4 o'clock, so it is a long day and a big day of North's rugby. A team that we have gone quite well to start the year, we haven't touched on yet, is First Colts. They've had 2 really big wins. How have you tracked their progressions in the opening rounds? They've got a big game this weekend. What do you make of them?
Yeah, look, I've mentioned a couple of times, I think Benny Malloy and Scott Delabozak, who are running the Colts program, done a really good job. They're a tidy outfit, our Colts team. Last year, when Benny took over the program, did a bit of a refresh with the playing group, and we said, for the longevity of the club, we really need to build our Colts to be one of the premier Colts programs in the Shute Shield, which it's becoming. We do a post against first grade Colts as well, and as I said, there's some really sharp footballers in there, some guys we've got our eye on, and as I saw last week, we don't hesitate in putting those guys up in a first grade or second grade. There's a couple at the moment, if they're up to it. So yeah, certainly come and watch those guys, around lunchtime here on North Sydney Oval.
And there's a lot for the families. You and I have been working quite hard in the office to come up with some interesting activations that people haven't seen before, and we're going to get you to test one of them. But talk us through some of the ideas that we've got here along with the jumping castle.
Yeah, the jumping castle is one of them. I mean, depending on the skill level of the kids or the age, you've done a good job, mate, in getting some different activations and stuff in place. So I think there'll be a passing challenge, and there'll be some other fun things in place. So looking forward to seeing some of the future shoremen, kids' skills, and might get a talent scout there, keep an eye if anyone can hit 10 points every pass and sign them up.
Well, speaking of that, you're the coach, you're up, and we're going to put Zach through the passing challenge in just a moment.
That's it.
Zach, you're up. You got the Heart Sport passing challenge on offer for all the kids out at North Sydney Oval. Take it away.
What do we got? Case of beer on this one?
Oh, give me one more. Second attempt.
There we go. Place a single fin, eh?
That's how we do it down at Northern Suburbs and North Sydney Oval. We can't wait to see you here on Saturday. Zach, it's been another terrific and loose episode of Red and Black Radio today.
Thanks, mate.
Good luck on the weekend and see you all out there.
See you guys. See you at North Sydney Oval.